Man, appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of the People's Choice Podcast, man. Today we got
Don't Run the Clothing CEO.
Dope Runna Clothing CEO, man. It's your boy Motivational Marcus, man. We tapped in. If y'all don't know who he is, this is Charlo Champbell.
Yep.
Dope Runna, one of Arkansas' #1 clothing lines, man.
I really don't even tell people like, I'm glad you started the interview out like that, because I really don't even like telling people I own a company now. Because when you tell people you own a company, they can judge you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always wonder why some of these big companies be big and don't nobody know who own them, and now I see why. Because when you don't know who owns something, you just really like it for the product. You can't judge the person.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly. Hey, them jewels, man. We just started out dropping jewels already, man. Y'all better pick them up for sure, man. I'm glad to be sitting down with you, man. It's a pleasure to be sitting down with you. If the people don't know, man, we go way back.
Oh yeah.
High school.
Middle school, I think.
Middle school.
Yeah.
Middle school.
Middle school.
So yeah, this for sure a legendary moment, man, to see, young fella like myself, doing things big in the city, it ain't just start. So, I done seen the process through the time. I can remember when you first started, you know what I'm saying? So, but so, man, we're gonna jump right into it, man. First off, I want to ask you, let the people know, like, where you from?
I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. I grew up here for a couple years. I went to school with you, but I'm back and forth from LA my whole life. So that's like my second home. Okay. I spent way more time, I feel like, in LA than I spent in Little Rock, because after I graduated, I went straight back there. Okay. You know what I mean? So originally from Arkansas, which is, man, so much talent here. So I'm blessed to be accompanied by some of the greatest people that even come from the state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Y'all got it, man. From Little Rock, Arkansas, right here in the city, man. You support your people for sure that. So you got a clothing brand. How long when did you start your clothing brand?
At this point, it's not even a clothing brand, man. It's just a brand.
Company. I would
say
company.
It's just a brand. No, you was right with the brand. You good with the brand. And the reason I say it's not a clothing brand, because I figured out how to tap into so many different things outside of fashion that's dealing with the same niche. You know what I mean? So I got a cartoon coming out. I got a kids book coming out. I got a fitness app coming out. You know what I mean? So the clothing is just a part of it. But what I'm learning, the fashion is really becoming the smallest part of it, bro. The actual ideal of what the company can become is becoming the talk everybody want to talk about. So I think it's more than a clothing brand. So that's why I just kind of stopped you right there, because when people hear Dope Runna, that I want them to be able to envision anything. You know what I mean? We in the gym. We in the #1 gym right now. Just close to deal with East Porter. That's huge. I'm black. I'm young. I'm under 35 years old, and I'm in the biggest gym literally in America, front and center as soon as you walk in the door. So it's just a big thing for somebody like me, bro, coming from where I come from.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that 100%. I understand it. This man right here don't need no introduction, you feel me? Because he's laying it down. It's all respect and love, because I understand, you know what I'm saying? You are what you present yourself to be. So that's what it is, man. I for sure salute you. You know, it's all love.
Hey, man, I told you while we was walking in here, man, it's just good to see people coming from where we come from consistently keep doing something. It don't matter if you do hair.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you do nails. It don't matter what you're doing. If you consistently do something and you get better at it, over time you'll start to receive the blessings from that gift. Sir. Like you're telling me, God gave everybody a gift, but it's up to that person to use that gift. You know what I mean? Some people, become master stylists. Look at sis. One day we might wake up, she dreading Queen Latifah head. You know what I mean? You just gotta stay consistent and keep going. Yeah. Because you never know, the opportunities that God got for you. You just really don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure that, man. Yeah. That's what's happening, man. Y'all tune in, man, because we for sure, my boys dropping jewels left and right, and I really want y'all to soak it up, you know what I'm saying? Me as an entrepreneur myself, you know what I'm saying? I done been through the ups and downs, and let the people know like what it take to really maintain a company of wanting to do multiple things, like
as discipline. At the end of the day, bro, it's just straight discipline. I'm learning in discipline in business is leading over into discipline in life too. I gotta wake up and do a job every day to feed the family, so I'm disciplined enough to do that. So now I'm like working out more. I'm disciplined to get up in the morning and go work out more, just because, like a rich man told me not too long ago, a guy worth like $30 million. He owned a lot of these private jets here in Arkansas. I got a chance to sit with him. He told me, he said, man, I get up at 3 o'clock every morning. I'm at the gym by 4:30. The gym open at 5. I'm out by 7, right? I didn't handle my business by 12. I done made more money by noon than most people make in a year. You see what I'm saying? Made more money by noon than most people. It's just it's discipline.
Yeah.
Because what he was saying was accurate. You know what I mean? He already beat the odds. He already did all the dirty work before. It's like the early bird get the worm.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me?
Literally,
it's that same saying.
The early bird
get the worm.
10 steps ahead of everybody, and that's what it's all about. Just self-discipline. I can for sure vouch for that, because you got to have discipline all the way around the board. Even when it comes to paying bills and the average stuff, it's discipline.
Yeah.
You know, so build a system and stick with it and repair.
You also got to go out and do the work too. I was telling you, like literally, we were just having this conversation. Like, people think they can just kind of like pray, and God just gonna like give them a miracle out of, like, miracles do happen. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of times if you pray for something, then you actually go out and do the work, what you'll start to see is your prayers get the answer quick. Like, way quicker, because God got a lot of people praying to him. It ain't just you. You feel me?
Exactly.
That's the thing I think a lot of people forget too. We think like it's just us in the world. They're selfish. It's a lot of people in the world asking for whatever they asking for. It's up to you to go out and try to achieve. And it's like helping guys like get to finish the race faster, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, you gonna finish the race last or you gonna finish the race fast? Which one? You feel me? Because most people who finish the race last, you don't even remember who they is. You feel me? What they say, number 1 and number 2 is always remembered. Don't nobody give a damn about number 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's just game. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, I just appreciate, especially young. I tell people this all the time. Like, if you got a dream when you young, like, just go chase that dream. A lot of people probably told me, like, this wasn't gonna work, bro. I know a lot of people told me this wasn't gonna work. When I first started, you probably didn't think I was crazy, but you probably know what the hell is, what he got going on, what Lo got going on.
At the time, man, I ain't gonna lie, at the time, it was like, I was just happy to see somebody doing something like myself, because like I was just telling you outside, like I opened up my first business in 2013.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was very few.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts,
so
facts.
When I seen you come back and we went to school together, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's happening. I felt.
So you started 4 years before me. I was late to the party. Because I went to college and I moved back to LA. Like, I was late to the party, so.
But you still was ahead of the
curve.
game.
I'm gonna tell you what got me ahead of the game though, is getting away from Arkansas. Like, I'm from this is a small city. Like, it's state, but I'm from Little Rock. Little Rock is small. Arkansas is small compared to me being out on the West Coast. Yeah. I started realizing that because I wasn't seeing the same people ever. I could see a girl at the beach one day and I never see her again, and that kept happening over and over and over. And I'm like, damn, the world is a super, super duper big place, right? So I think what got me ahead of the curve was going somewhere where the economy moved 10 times faster.
Oh yeah.
So people ask me like, how did you grow this company so fast? I've been in business, people say it seemed like 8, 9, 10 years. I started this company in 2018 officially, but I'm gonna say 2019 because in 2018 I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I had a vision, but the vision wasn't what the vision became. You know what I mean? I just had a small glimpse of what I wanted to do. Cause a lot of people was like, dope runner. a lot of people tried to associate it with drugs, but it messed them up when it was like, you go online, it's all fitness wear. And then people start getting it like, oh, it makes sense now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.